96.9 FM. Fresh news, smart talk, all day. The views and opinions of the hosts and guests are their own and do not necessarily reflect the position of the management and staff of Guardian Network.
From what day you may find out, certain people not like me. Everyone got us bag a thing now. Makes true me I do it like Nike, but me not fear no guy no. No matter how hard them a spite me.
Talking Heads with Naughty is brought to you by BTC, Burger King, the Cancer Treatment Centers of America, Fine Threads, John's Department Store, Joker's Wild, Collect, KFC, Nassau Cruise Port, Naughty Johnny's, Percy's Island Games, Sun Oil Limited, and Tropical Gyros.
And good afternoon. Welcome to Talking Heads Thursday. This is Pearly in the house. Sitting in for Naughty today. Yeah, my voice a little off today. Bear with me. I had to get lick. Man, I was laid for a few days. I done prayed about 153,000 times and asked God, if you're coming for me, Lord, take me now. But I felt terrible. I'm back. My voice just ain't 100% yet. We'll be all right. And then to top it all off, I thinking of doing good now. I'm going to do me some chicken noodle soup. Sitting down with it slip out my hand and the hot soup fall on my leg, scald my leg all up. All kind of boil on my leg. I just couldn't get through. This was just, I said, somebody made a statement, say, since a certain group and ain't nothing good happening in Nassau. Boy, I just thought the 2024 to start better for me. Got my lick in bed, scald with hot soup. I lose my dog. Oh, I am still looking for sushi, people. Still looking for sushi. Anywhere, please call me, please. So it's not been a good start of 2024. So they say if it start bad, it can end good, right? So let's make sure it goes right. But I hope everybody's doing good. I see the weather changing a little bit. The spry was coming down when it was coming in. But, boy, some things happening in our little country. And I scared. I don't know about y'all, but I scared. Let's look at the front page of The Guardian. Warning on illegal migration. Something catastrophic. You hear me? I can't even read it right today. PM says Mitchell didn't say what he in fact said. PM laments closure of Pharmachem. And Davis says no COVID restrictions at this time. But the PM dominated the whole paper this morning. In the business section, FTX submits revised proposal to liquidate Bahamas properties. World Bank revises Bahamas economic growth down to 1.8% in 2024. That's not good. OpenAI employees to address AI use cases for local businesses. People, somebody get killed again this morning. A lady, a female, a 2-year-old child got shot. As in critical condition, I understand. I haven't got an update on it yet. I see a picture of somebody else through Wilton Street, looked like something happened to him, but what is going on in our Bahama land? What is going on in our Bahama land? In his press conference on Monday, the Commissioner of Police, my good friend, Brother Clayton Fernandez, says, we need to revise the Bail Act. Bail Act because they know what they're up against. But the Attorney General says, no, we don't need no revisions to the Bail Act. Then what do we need? Because too many fellas for murder on bail. Every time you hear someone get shot, he get ankle bracelet on, he's known to the police. If we ain't gonna do that, what else do we need to do? What else do we need to do? We haven't had capital punishment in almost 24 years. I think March 2000 was the last time anybody was hung. Is that a deterrent to crime? One time ago, I used to think, no, that's not a deterrent to crime. I'm beginning to lean the next way. We're a small country. We're a tourist haven. We're bragging about 9 million tourists to the Bahamas. 8.6 up to November. We're hoping for 9 million for 2023. We got 4 million cruise ship passengers coming. Talking about taking it to 5. Everybody wants to come to the Bahamas and we killing up ourselves? What sense that make? What sense does it make to commit murder? What sense does it make? What are we doing? We watching too much TV? We thinking because the fella gets shot on the TV, how easy it was done on TV? In the movie, when a fella get dressed, put on the clothes, and go home, you know. Great show as usual, Pearly. 11-day text. 11 days in January, 10 murders, and it ain't even midnight. At this rate, we will have 365 murders this year. Next text. I'm sort of pissed off at the news because a later report said, now I can't believe the women are getting killed. Now so Pearly, it seems like it's fine since the man dying. It ain't fine, nobody dying. It ain't fine. This can't be fine. I am angry. I have a 34-year-old and a 32-year-old son. I have a 21-year-old nephew. I have a 6-year-old grandson. I have a number of nieces and nephews out there, cousins, young men. I am grateful that God has granted my family and these kids to be more ambitious and be academias and doctors and bankers and all that. But not every family is that fortunate. Not every family is that fortunate. So what do we do? What do you say we do? What do we do to stop the crime? Superintendent, I don't want. I think it's either superintendent or assistant commissioner skipping. I might have promoted her. Call for us to unite as a country. We know what's going on. Come on. We know what's going on out there. We know what's happening. This talk on the streets is loud. We hearing it. But we see things and we don't do anything about it. Or we hate the police. We hate the police until we need them. Mind you, don't get me wrong now. I have some issues with the police as well. Some of them a little too big, they don't know how to talk to you. But what they up against, you got to understand that. Now, if they drop a bunch of roadblock and shut this island down and shut the clubs down 12 o'clock and all that, you're mad. You're calling them all kind of big names, Big P and Big this and Big that, and calling them all kind of names. Because you innocent and you want party, but some fellas out there guilty and costing you can't party. Costing the club you won't go to or the party you go to shut down. Or you come to the party to have a good time and brothers them carrying on stupid. How do we get so many guns in this country? Man, you see here, my little 22 and little 38. They toys. Fellas got AKs and 45s and Berettas and 9mm. These brothers ain't got a pot to pee in or a window to throw it out, but they got gun. And gun ain't cheap. Man. Texter. Pearly, something wrong in this country. We don't like rules. Now the opposition are saying, have a meeting with the gang leaders. So they're admitting there's a gangland. This is ridiculous. Pearly, I think the judge needs to either give out triple life sentences or country needs curfew or social restrictions. Now, I can comment on both these statements because somebody said something to me about these. I support what the leader of the opposition say. Don't say, so they admitting this is a gang. We have gangs in this country from way back then. From the 80s, we've had gang. The rebellions, syndicate, pirates, all kind of different gangs. This, fire and theft. They the gang. We hearing this. So let's don't turn a blind eye and play. If the man calls and sit down and talk to them, come on, man. Take the politics out of this. Forget if he's PLP or F&M. Let's look at what he's trying. All right, so the commission and the Christian Council had a meeting with the some gang leaders the other day at CDU. All due respect, man. You can't bring them there. Right now they feeling interrogated. They ain't gonna talk there. Just big man like me who ain't doing nothing again there. I shut them down. I had nothing to say. So what you think with them? We gotta do it if we can meet with them, and I think we should. The PM, the Minister of National Security, the leader of opposition, they the ones who should meet with these young men. Yeah, the police gotta be there, but they gotta feel comfortable to talk. They gotta feel coming to you right now, caller. Gotta feel comfortable so they would want to say what's going on. Years ago, I used to help young men, and I bail out a couple out of jail who get locked up for when joint, this and all that. And my ex-wife used to say to me, "Oh, these young men working you hard. Your sons don't work you hard like that." And I used to say, "Thank God," because I can able to talk to one or two of these young men and try help. And one of them I got right now doing good for himself. He ain't doing no more foolishness and being a good young man and contributing to society. Get them. I can run hot. Caller, talk to me. I can run hot. Caller, talk to me. Caller, you on there?
Hey.
What's happening?
Hey, right here, my brother. Don't run your blood pressure hot on this one.
Man, listen, it running hot, man, because
I know. Let's put this thing in perspective, okay? And let's keep it there. First and foremost, we have had gangs in this country from way back then. In fact, some of the gang names that we were accustomed to back in the day are no longer in existence. Primarily, what we have to focus on now is the new gang members and the new gangs that have come into this country from other quarters. And no one is discussing that. I mean even like the so-called recruits. Now, the recruits are actually coming out of school. You just said the other day, you got a 22-year-old, you got 18 and 16-year-olds doing gang initiation stuff. And there's no real serious discussion about these things. You have persons in this country who, it is so sad that Bahamians, the name Bahamian, is being targeted with all these things. But yet, we basically feel that even though you refer to they're not really Bahamians, there's a whole lot of things to throw into this mix. Because Bahamians aren't accustomed, for instance, and I'm just being kind of facetious here. We're not accustomed to burning up people. We're not accustomed to cutting up people. We're not accustomed to drive-by and shooting people like that. I mean, that's almost unheard of. But this is the current trend of today, but yet, who gets the black eye? The Bahamas and Bahamians.
Yes.
We have to get to the bottom of this and really call this thing out and treat this thing, try to cut the disease out before it ruins all of us. And this is the route that we're going right now. So, what can we do? Throw our hands up in the air and cry kumbaya? We have to get involved. This is why I said earlier in closing, the whistleblower and the snitching, it has to happen, because at this rate, there will hardly no young men in this country left to deal with the young women who want to get married, young women who want to start families, supposed to grow.
Exactly.
Anyway, I end my commentary there, buddy.
Take care. Thanks for calling. I appreciate it. The texter says, Pearlie, I thought about this. Remember when the drug lords were extradited to the USA? We picked the wrong poison because they used to run the country after they left the country, end up getting rules by gang, and we picked the wrong poison. Pearlie, you were 10 foot tall, 400 pounds when you talk. Who won't listen to you? Pearlie, what if the government charged people with the RICO charge of we privatize the prison, or we hang, or we give up our rights and become a temporary police state? See, the minute we try to become a temporary police, everybody up in arms. Oh, the police we gotta lock us down. They can't do their job. Come on, they can't do the job because we ain't helping them. Next texter, why even have a conversation with gang members who we know where they are located? I saw lock them up, burn them down. Look at how the gangs impacted our school children. We was never ain't serious about extraditing gangs. See, I hear you, texter. I hear you there. I hear you there, right there. I hear you, texter. I hear you. Somebody said, let me take this call. I won't comment on that, but I'm trying to hold myself here. I'm trying to hold myself because I don't want to say the wrong thing, and I don't want the boss call me and tell me, yeah, I got to go. So, call you on there.
up, Pearly? St. Petersburg.
Hey, Petersburg, what's happening, my brother?
Nothing, man. They're chilling. I ain't on the road today. I'm home today, man. Just chilling, you know what I'm saying?
Amen. Amen.
Yeah, man, you know what I'm saying? So, man, like I said, man, you know, this vet over here, boy, I know you went to school up in the Midwest. You know how them vetter go, man.
Yeah, I had school in Minnesota. It was cold.
In the morning, then it get warm, then it get cold. Man, but I'm supposed to get a cold front coming in, huh?
Yeah, we got one coming through. I remember I used to look out the window and see the sun shining and think it's nice. Walk out there and run right back inside to put on my jacket.
Hey, look, one time I went up to Kentucky, right? You know, it was nice and cold. And I woke up the next morning, every car was covered with snow.
That happens.
I took the blanket over to the motel, and I went to the Danny's wrapper. And people said, "What's wrong with it?" Man, I said, "Man, I can't take this cold, man." And I wasn't prepared for a little sweater, man. Man, look, I walked in there with a blanket on, man. I didn't give a damn, boy. It was cold enough.
I heard that. So what's happening?
You know, nothing, man. You know, Bahamians can't stay cold, man. Anything at least here in Florida, anything under 60 in Florida, boy. Them ladies bringing out there, I be laughing at them sometimes. I say, damn, boy, they be go in the closet and dust them boots off.
Oh, they look forward to that. They only want the breeze blowing to get them high boots on. I know.
Yeah, man. Well, man, hey, take care, man.
All right, brother. Thanks for calling, man.
Yo.
All right. Got a text to here. Pearly, you wasting your time with paying one of the youth national service most rebel. Now, see, I used to have major conversations when Celine put out the National Youth Service. And while I didn't 100% agree with it, it was not a terrible idea. We are in the middle of a gang war. We also need to allow the regular citizens to arm themselves to protect themselves. These gangs and leaders should be under constant surveillance by the police to prevent their retaliation killings. But the police took a hands-off approach because, to me, they saw it as them killing themselves, and now the public safety is at question. And this is what happens when the police say that. I don't know. Hey, Pearly, isn't it illegal to be a part of a gang? Why isn't the law enforced to begin with? How do you prove if you're that person in a gang? How do you prove it? Because they hang out? Pearly, Brave can't solve the crime problem, but it will irritate and so socially uncomfortable for the public. Brave will end up being the opposition with only 3 seats in the House of Assembly. Boy, I tell you, we're in a mess. Hey, that's true, you know. They shut the country down for curfew and people get mad. He's in opposition now. We only worry about ourselves. We ain't worry about the bigger picture, the country. Call you on the air.
Brother Jesus Stack, your voice along with you, Curly.
Hey, my brother, how you doing?
I'm holding. We need justice, law, and order in this country.
Uh-huh.
But as you were talking, right, something came back to me.
Okay.
The thing is, the problem we have, the majority of women and men in this country, they wouldn't stand up as women and men. They're afraid.
Why?
Okay?
Why do you think they're afraid?
I've been so there, you know. I was out there when I could have seen.
Uh-huh.
And I'd be in places, I'd be among people, and I can tell. But I can tell you something. We need to focus onto the young children today. You know, sometime back, a friend of mine came to me. We were very close, right?
Uh-huh.
And she was telling me about three little boys.
Uh-huh.
None of them was 12 as yet. One had, they tied a rope up in the tree, and up underneath the rope, and they was going to put it around one of the fella's neck, you know what I'm saying, and hang him.
And this is a game they was playing, not understanding what would really have happened.
Well, the thing is, right, and she, what she did, she ran them, you know? She ran them from where they were doing the foolishness. My point is, I've noticed, I teach children, right? Well, since the pandemic, I got children out there, men and women with half children and stuff like that. But I stopped after the pandemic, we stopped, right?
Mm.
My point is, what I've noticed nowadays, children
Uh-huh.
on the street are very cold. You know what I'm saying?
Cold is in terms of cold-hearted, not warm people, not loving people. That's what you're saying?
Right, cold-hearted. Some of them would take the light and stick it a knife in you and think nothing about it. My point is, somebody need to, and there are nobody to really teach them. That's the big problem. You know, wild all over the place. So somebody gotta put a focus on our children in the Bahamas today. You know what I'm saying? Because it is sad. And, some parents encouraging foolishness and all that. They're growing up in a house whereby they're only experiencing foolishness. So they have no right focus. A lot of children in here in Nassau today.
I understand.
Yeah, we got to do something.
We do.
Pearly.
Yes, we do.
I pronounce your name right?
Yes, Pearly, yeah.
Pearly, okay.
Pearly, yeah.
Yeah, man, I like your outlook on situation. But, if we can get something together, whereby we can, we have a beautiful country. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, we do.
It's just that some people head in the wrong area, and we got to do something about that.
Yes, we do.
Thank you.
Thanks for calling. Appreciate that.
You're welcome.
Texter says, Pearly, I don't want to say this or even speak this in existence, but it will get worse with crime before it get better. Pearly, what in the living hell be paying the crime interpreter for what in the living hell is he interpreting? It clearly ain't murder. You got a couple of callers on the line? Call you on the air. What's up?
Hello?
Hello.
You can hear me?
Loud and clear.
Yeah, listen. Here's a good the crime situation. So we have a lot of murders and a lot of people when they get out of bail, there's a problem. We're finding out that the police is saying that there's repeated offenders. So we do the California 3 strikes and you get 100 years, which means you never come out of jail. You would see crime decrease. 3 strikes means 3 felonies.
Yeah.
Because if you don't want to do the death penalty, then you must increase the maximum sentence.
Yeah.
Life is what, 20 years?
25,
is
I think.
Right?
I think it's 25. I'm not certain. Don't quote me. It ain't long enough. Years? Life ain't long enough.
Fellas could do 25 years and come back out.
Yeah. It ain't long enough.
If you say 50 to 100 years and they know they ain't coming back out, buddy, a lot of them will think twice.
Fella say he stand on the head for 2 years and come out for me. Not me, but just for you.
Pardon me?
Fella say he stand on the head for 2 years in prison and come out for you.
Exactly, because it's the same as if we don't want the death penalty. But they say it's because of the Privy Council. So this is my solution to it. Tell all the Privy Council that you're dealing with, we can send the murderers to y'all.
And y'all deal with
Anyway, that's my fight.
I got you. Thanks for calling, brother. The next call on the air. Caller, what's happening?
Hey, Burley.
How you doing?
Man, yeah, boy, well, you got a lot of junk to get out now. Not only junk, you got to get the junk out of this country.
I hear that.
Yeah, Burley, you see, now, I don't know if you've been around as long as most people have, but I remember years ago when RCA used to sell a little tap that you could put on your rotary phone and record your conversations from the rotary phone quite easily.
Yeah.
Now we have evolved, the FBI have a tap and trace mechanism, and we have cell towers. Look, they're always saying that these gentlemen, mostly men, are known to the police. Well, if the police know you, obviously you're speaking in code. Why don't you just randomly, or just for as long as possible, record the conversations coming out of these gentlemen' mouth? Because half of it ain't sense. And you may be able to connect some dots before it happens.
Point.
Okay? It's called tap and trace. The FBI uses it to this very day.
Yep.
And that's the old technology. Right now you have AI even more evolved because it can track your sentiments. It can actually determine how you're feeling about something.
Wow.
Pearly. I mean, why aren't we using technology? Apparently the government have billions of dollars that's been given to them. I don't know where it came from. But spend the money wisely and prevent it from happening.
Yep.
Eh? So, Pearlie, you got a lot of work to do. You got to get the junk out of the politics, get the junk out to Parliament. Well, you can.
Thank you. I'm up for it.
I'm depending on you.
All right. Take care, my brother. Another call on there. Caller, what's up?
Good day, Pearlie, and Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, darling. How you doing?
I'm fine, thank you.
Good.
And listening to what the gentleman was saying about the tracing and listening to the phone calls.
Uh-huh.
See, I think they can implement it, but they won't. And I'll tell you why I think so. At the end of the day, the conversation that these guys on the street are having and the persons that they are having these conversations with, they don't want to be caught up.
No.
They don't want to be. So this is who he was communicating with all along. If we go to the FBI and find out who some of these people talking to, it will surprise you. You understand me?
I got you.
I said a while back, a friend of mine worked at customs, and by accident she opened up a luggage pertaining to a diplomat came into the country, and the stuff that she saw in the suitcase before she had time to say anything, her supervisor slammed the suitcase shut and tell her, "You don't open them." So whatever was in there that she saw, she told them, these are how some of these things, these weapons and stuff is getting into this country here. That diplomat foolishness that they have around the world needs to cut the hell out, because those are some of the same people that told me some of these things in this country, and we can have, because they don't stay here.
I got you.
You know, so we need to stop doing foolish and pretend that we don't know what's going on. We know what's going on.
We do. We do.
Because the police live with us. They are families.
Yes, they are.
And just like we just know and hear things, they just know and hear the same thing.
Yes, they are. Yes, they do.
So what's the purpose of not stopping it? Stop it. Say something. Speak out. Stop tying the hands of the persons who know how these things are doing. Allow them. You know, do something, man. Come on.
Amen.
So much of our young men are disappearing. I have a daughter. What's going to be left for her to marry when time comes?
I know what you mean.
It's a sad situation in this country.
It
It's
is.
very sad.
It is. Thanks for calling.
Take care, Pearlie.
All right, baby. Another caller? Take these two calls, let me take a break. Caller, you on the air? Caller, you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Talk to me.
Good afternoon, Pearlie. Happy New Year to you.
To you
Wish
too.
you all the best for 2024 and beyond.
Thank you, my brother.
Pearlie, I feel that, we will see many reruns of this movie over and over again. This will not be the last one. Get this country, take control, and show these criminals who is running this prison, we gonna have this over and over and over again. If the government does not put its foot down, the government and the courts, because it's the courts, it is not up to the police to enforce.
It's the police to lock you up and the courts to deal with you.
Right, but the courts just refuse. You know what the commissioner of police said. How is it that somebody who's caught with a little pistol, he could get 3 years, but these guys who caught with these high-powered weapons, they get the same penalty? How can it be right? These courts and is these female magistrates and whatnot, who I feel got this country messed up. Pretty, we can be just like Haiti in a couple of years. If this government does not, and don't say, oh, it's the parents, it's the church, and whatnot, because the international world isn't looking at that. They see us as a country when the warning list in regards to crime, they don't care if how that child grew up or whatever. They're looking at the government. The government is supposed to keep order in the country. The government is supposed to make sure that its citizens are protected. That is the government's duty.
Yes.
And they are failing.
Yes.
And we
Miserably.
we haven't heard from our Minister of National Security. He hasn't uttered a word. Where's he? He's a louse, man.
I'm trying to figure out where the brother is. I haven't heard from him for the year.
Where
Say something.
Rodney Monka, who we paying money for? What are we paying out $60 million for and consulting? What are we getting for our monies that we have? What are we paying these people to do?
Are we getting bang for our buck? No.
What are we paying these people to do? They are just sitting and collecting government money, and Rome is burning, and Nero is fiddling, man. You better try claim Psalm 91 and 121 as your protection. Yeah?
91 is my favorite song.
Have a good day, buddy.
Thank you, sir. We can take a quick break. When we come back, caller, you don't go nowhere. We can take your call, but we can take a quick break. When we come back, we'll talk some more about this.
Hi everyone, Dazzy here. Listen, after 50 years of independence, to be a Bahamian in today's world also carries with it the responsibility with me. We'll discuss international news, finance, economics, pop culture, and trends that affect us as Bahamians not only locally, but also our contributions and opportunities beyond the rock. Beyond the Rock with your host, Dazzy, begins January 16th, 6:30 to 7:30, right here on Guardian Radio 96.9 FM.
Cancer Treatment Centers of America is now City of Hope, creating one of the leading cancer care and research networks from coast to coast, providing more of what you need. More locations means more care closer to home. More specialists means more expertise. More research means more breakthroughs. More advancements means more treatment options. And more options means more hope. Learn more at cancercenter.com.
The new KFC Nuggets have arrived. That unlike the no-gets, ours are handmade using 100% white meat. Unlike the no-gets, at KFC, we hand bread every day to achieve the perfect flavor. After you try our delicious and crispy nuggets, in the original recipe, you'll never settle for less. KFC, the real nuggets. It's finger-licking good.
John Shoes and Accessories is your one-stop find what you're looking for among the growing collection of classic and trendy styles with new arrivals every week. John's covers the whole family and has great prices, helpful and friendly customer service. Your experience shopping with us will be time well spent. Shop with us online at www.johnshoes.com. John's also now carries small home appliances, so come on into John's, located on Rosetta Street in Palmdale and Carmichael Road West. John's, we put fashion at your feet.
Play with Island Games. We making dreams come true. Play with Island Games. We paying more out to you. Don't mind the noise in the market. You getting cash in your pocket. 'Cause Island Games is spicy and spicy is tradition. So when you play Island Games, we putting Bahamians first. Guaranteed to pay. Island Games. We like them other jokers. We've been here from the start. From the bike to computer. Island Games. We gonna make your dreams come true. We playing with Island Games.
And we're back. We're back. Talking Heads with Naughty. No, this Pearly. Guardian Radio 96.9 FM. Hey, Nassau Cruise Port presents Phil Stubbs live at the Amphitheater on Saturday, January 16th. Join Phil Stubbs, Nacy Les, and Ira Starr and the Spank Band for an amazing night of pure Bahamian music. Sponsored by Collect and Ron Ricardo. General admission $50, VIP $75. Skypods also available. Get your tickets now at BahamaTickets.com. That's Phil Stubbs and friends live at the Nassau Cruise Port on Saturday, January 13th. I tell you, brothers, don't miss it. I remember when they saw his first concert back in the early 90s. It's been nice. I love his songs. We can take this caller right now. Let me just read these two quick. Call, go ahead.
Yes, Pearly. Thanks for letting me make a comment.
How you doing?
I am a senior citizen.
Yes, ma'am.
In this country.
Yes, ma'am.
And all we do in this country is talk and expect to get something solved when you're talking to Pearly, who's doing his job, when you talk to Naughty and he's doing his job. They can't change policies.
Okay.
There's certain things on this radio you can't even say before they will cut you or they will ban you from actually commenting, which is supposed to be the journal is supposed to be the fourth estate or fifth estate, something like that, right? But what I'm asking the Bahamians to realize, if they continue to sleep and make excuses for criminality in our country happening, somebody is in this country killing off our Bahamian men. Okay? And the ones who went to jail and came out, they're blaming them for everything, and they're killing them off.
Yep.
Okay? This is what's happening in this country. But I am going to ask the Bahamian people, we just celebrated majority rule. In order to get things done in this country, you got to stand together in united front and go to the House of Parliament, 30,000 of us, and ask them to get out of our parliament, because majority rule is still the ruler in this country. And you could sit around and y'all can make complaints and y'all could talk about what's going on. The police brought their armed forces to CARICOM to Bahamians. The police brought their armed force to CARICOM for a bunch of Bahamians who was protesting. Now they want to knock down Bahamian houses and not knock down the shanty town houses. Okay? Look who is out there. All of the diplomats and the people who served us for 50 years, not one of them is mentioning or got on the radio and had any compassion for our crown, for our country, for our civilization, for our parents, for our great-great-grandparents. They let who they want let in this country. The New York Times said the Haitian gang member is now living in the Bahamas.
I read that article.
Who dealing with that? We need to get together before we can't get together and make a date and go to the House of Parliament and ask them to get out. Because anybody, even blind Blake, could see this is not real. They're killing off our Bahamian men and they are not doing anything for Bahamians.
Starting to kill our women as well.
Yeah, that too. Okay?
Thank you.
So until I am 73 years old, birthday coming 74, I will fight till I finish fighting.
Amen.
And you tell them people out there, get off their butt and stop talking and get out there and fight for your country.
Amen. Amen.
That is a sign of weakness. You putting Bahamians out of the house that they crown land own and letting other people come in and bear that. Are you worried about why we getting killed off?
Yes, ma'am.
Because this is an order.
I appreciate it.
In the name of G.C. Pearly,
Amen.
try to talk to these people.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you, hon.
Thank you. Texter says, hey, Pearly, what's Brave's professional lawyer? What's Wayne's professional lawyer? Criminal defense lawyers. These fellas won't do nothing with crime because when they out of office, they have to return to defend these same criminals that are out committing crime. Oh boy. Good day, Pearly. I come in now, caller. Good day, Pearly. Good day, Pearly. I could understand you are not feeling good. The Dolphins okay. Could you explain to me what the PM meant when he said Fred didn't mean what he said about the FOIA? I'm confused because I know Fred said something, the PM said Fred ain't said, and the media say the PM don't know what he's saying. Hi, Pearly. Sorry to hear about the loss of your dog. I hope you find him. Have you reported it to the Humane Society or have the picture for the dog put on a flyer so that we can call you if we see him? I'll drop it on my status again. I like the 3-strike rule, the last caller said, but to me, the police took a hands-off approach. If you listen to every press statement, it's being to every press statement, it's being with they are known to police, which seems to be an excuse for the behavior and says to me, they are all criminals, so what does it matter? But now the regular Bahamian is being impacted because it's being allowed to grow out of control. We out there catching stray bullets, police press release. Why hasn't the Three Stooges spoken yet? The Crime Minister, Wayne Monroe, Rodney Munker, and Carlos Reed all need to be fired. What are we paying these two consultants for, and why hasn't the minister simply resigned? Caller, you on the air. How you doing? Caller, you there? Did you leave me, caller? Caller, are you there? Caller. I guess they can't wait for me, hey? Are you there, caller? I guess not. Anybody else there? I can hear you. Go ahead, talk.
Hi, how are you today?
I am most wonderful.
Hello?
How are you?
I'm fine.
Good. What's on your mind?
Shanty Towns being knocked down.
Say that again?
Shanty Towns being knocked down by immigrants, illegal immigrants.
I didn't start over. What did you say from the...
No, I said the lady a while ago.
Uh-huh.
I think she spoke about Shanty Towns being...
She was saying Bahamians who are built houses on Crown Line are being torn down and the Shanty Towns are not.
Okay, you agree with that?
I don't want
I thought they
Some houses have been torn down. Whose house has been torn down? I don't know exactly whose house has been torn down.
Right, but I know they marked.
Some are marked, yes.
Shanty Town on 1 or 2.
Yes.
Now they're proceeding to Abaco.
Well, let's get it done because it's been taking too long.
No, I'm just saying to you to say blatantly, only Bahamians and no Shanty Towns, like immigrants or whatever. To say nothing is being done with that. That's what I'm saying. Even though it has been a long process.
I don't think she's saying nothing has been. I think she's thinking.
Yeah, but that's
I think
what she
she's.
said.
I get the impression. I heard in the passion.
My other thing is, okay, when you look at the United States, all of us are together, whether the government or we come forward with this crime, right plan.
Yeah.
And when you look at the United States, some commissioners, whatever they call it, is fired as well.
Yeah.
All right? So I'm not hearing, I know the government carry its policies and whatever the police want, but the police is the one, the commissioner, who talk about crime plan.
Yes.
I may be wrong with this, but I feel that this is too heavy. Now, I could be wrong.
Too heavy for who?
For us.
You think it's too heavy?
Okay,
you don't think our police force can handle
this? No, we can assist. But when you look at other countries, they try to go until they find the real one, the link.
I got you.
You understand what I'm saying? But everybody, like I say, every entity, like the commissioner and whatever. But I believe at the end of the day, because people feel like the government is whether the police commission does not fought with this crime initiative, it is not powerful enough. But at the end of the day, everybody is saying the government. The
government's job is to protect its people.
I understand that, but then the police is the commissioner too.
Yeah, but he's appointed by the government.
But that's my point. That's why I'm saying to you, in the United States, sometimes whether they call it a commissioner or what, they're fired.
So you think if we fire this commissioner...
Let
me ask you this. Hold on. You saying if we fire this commissioner, crime can go down?
I am not saying that.
Okay,
I'm just saying just how. Okay, let me revoice it to you. If we fire the Minister of National Security or the government, would do they think crime will go down?
I don't know.
That's my point.
So fire them all and start over.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying. If you want to speak truth, like to get everything,
My thing against the minister is I ain't hearing from him.
1 point.
My thing against the minister is I ain't hearing from him.
But you hearing from the commissioner?
Yes, the commissioner had something to say Monday. He called for the bail act to be revised.
You could say anything, but until you find
yes, but at least the commissioner is trying, and the commissioner is making effort.
But how you know just because you hear from the minister? How you know
I need to hear from him. He's the minister of national security.
But how you know he isn't trying? Because
I ain't hearing it from him, so I don't know.
They intentionally want this to be
I am not hearing from the minister, so I don't know if he's trying. I know the commissioner trying because I hear from him.
Right now you're making assumption.
I'm not making an assumption, my dear. I'm not hearing anything. So I do not know if he's trying.
I'm just saying to you.
Ma'am, you're not hearing me. You're not hearing me.
Together.
You're not hearing me.
We are all in this together.
Next caller. I don't have a problem you calling and have your opinion. But let me get this straight. Don't override me and tell me and make it sound like I talking foolishness. This is what I said. I can say it again. I'm not hearing from the Minister of National Security. I don't know if he's trying. I'm hearing from the commissioner he's trying. Because I'm hearing something from him. Whether what he's doing is not good enough or is not succeeding, I'm hearing from him. And I respect him for that. I'm not hearing from the Minister of National Security. So I have a problem with that. And many of us have a problem with that. Let me hear from you, brother. Let me hear something. Wonder what Anton and the war saying now. I can't hear from Brave. It's saying Mitch. I can't hear from them. Brave is saying Mitchell don't mean what he hear. Big talk, no action is our modus. Pearly, someone just got shot through Plantal Street. Oh, God. So indirectly, the foreigners will be the majority, so they will have the rule. Pearly, someone need to tell the international community Nassau is not the entire Bahamas because crime only Nassau and Abaco. We paying the crime interpreter to go fish fry and fix his house. Boy, I tell you, this pissing away the country money. Pearly, the Haitian gang leaders living in Bahamas. Whoa, he want vacation. Here's better. Pearly, check the neighbor house. Call Leon there.
Good afternoon, Pearly. How you doing?
I get my brother.
Okay, Pearly, let me tell you something. And that's F&M, PLC, the government. They're not serious when it comes on the gun. Pearly, like I always say, the guns are not dropping out of the sky.
No, they're not.
They're not coming into airplane.
Well,
how many gated planes do we have right now that yachts and stuff they put up? Couple in Nassau, right?
Yes.
And when they pull up, do custom officers go there?
They're supposed to clear customs when they come in.
They're supposed to. Watch this, Pearly. Now, when they coming in on their cruise, their vessels, they can bring as much firearms as they want, right?
I don't know. No, hold on. Slow down. I don't know if they can bring as many as they want. I know they're allowed to have certain firearms.
Okay. Certain firearms. That's on the high sea.
On the high sea,
now,
yes.
When they come in with those firearms, they have to declare it to customs.
Yes.
Now, do they declare it when they're leaving?
They're supposed to as well. I think for the most part, the upstanding yacht owners will do that.
Let me tell you something, Freddie. I used to be a policeman down in Bimini.
Uh-huh.
And let me tell you, when those boats come in, they follow their custom declaration form. Say they come in today, and they say, okay, we're leaving on Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
The customs don't go out there to check. They just pull out. Who said they're carrying the firearms when they leave?
Yeah, so that's on the customs then.
So that's what I'm saying.
Okay.
And these yachts can pull up to Laifaki, Venice Bay, Sandy Port. Who saying that when they come in tonight, the customs officers there to check what they're bringing in?
So okay. Fair
and
enough.
So watch this now. Bimini, Abaco. When those pleasure crafts and everything come in, Freddie, watch this. Now, whatever they bring in, they're not sending it. That's how the stuff, the guns are getting here.
Uh-huh.
And then they need to do periodically check at the Portisky when these mail boats come from those islands.
Okay.
I believe that's how they are getting. And until they have a stakeout and a sting and check, they know they can find out what days are the mail boat coming from those islands and go there and check them out.
We got to do that. Because I got 2 minutes before 5 and I got another couple callers. But you're making very good sense. Call you on the air. Caller, you there?
Okay, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay, what I want to say, right, I want to leave off from you and the lady's conversation.
Uh-huh.
Then you're telling her you're not hearing anything from the Minister of National Security, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Listen here, we're not only not hearing from him, we're not hearing from the person he hired who's supposed to be the crime consultant.
Who, mean Rodney Monka and Carlos Reed?
Thank you. I don't know if he ever made a statement ever yet.
I don't know if the consultants are supposed to make statements. They're supposed to be giving advice to the minister.
Really?
So I don't think they're supposed to be public. I don't think the consultant's supposed to be on the radio or something.
He's given advice. Advices he's given.
I don't know. That's my point.
That's supposed to be made in public or private.
That's my point. The minister's not talking to us.
We just a jokey country with a bunch of jokey people.
Sound like KB.
You understand?
You sound like KB.
I mean, and to be honest with you, right?
Uh-huh.
The commissioner is trying with the resources that he has. What else can he do? He's doing this. Officers are out there. They're making their arrest. They're putting the guys before the court. What else could he do?
Real talk.
Huh? And
Real
he's
talk.
talking. If you listen to the language that he speaks,
Listen.
and even the press officer,
Uh-huh.
and if you listen carefully to them when they speak, you can hear they sound like their hands are tied. It don't
Yeah.
sound like their hands tied to you.
Sound like to me.
It's tied right up.
Sound like it's tied to me. I
They're
agree.
not parliamentarians, okay?
I agree. Call. I got 1 minute to 5, and I'm gonna take this next caller. I'm gonna give everybody a
ahead,
shot.
bro.
Thank you, darling. Call you on there. You the last caller. You got the last say.
Hi, I'm good afternoon, Pearl. How you doing?
I get you. Got 1 minute, Anton.
Yeah, Good. Happy New Year to you, 2024. God's blessing.
Yes, my brother.
Look, it's a lot of misinformation. Callers are putting in the atmosphere. First and foremost, you had the government led by the Prime Minister and the Minister of National Security who negotiated with the United States government in order to, and the United States government.
When was this? When was this?
They have an ATF.
When was this?
Pardon me?
When was this?
Throughout the entire 2022, 2023.
Okay. That ain't the issue, though. That's not the issue. Go ahead.
As a result of the Prime Minister raising hell, Pearly, we have an ATF agent, a senior ATF agent who is in the Bahamas working through the United States Embassy to work with our local organizations, whether it be...
But I don't want to cut you off, right? I hear what you're saying. But my point is...
You're not hearing me.
No, but it's 10 murders in 11 days. Explain that to me.
I'm speaking to that, though. I'm speaking to the
I'm done.
point.
Call me right back after the 5. I'll give you time to talk. Call me right back after. I'm going to take this into the 5 o'clock hour for a couple of minutes, okay? Call me right back after the 5 o'clock hour. Talking Heads. This is Pearly. Got the news? We'll be right back.
This is Guardian Radio, 96.9 FM, Nassau, Bahamas.
Ladies and gentlemen, fasten your seatbelts. With the new JetBlue CIBC First Caribbean credit card, you're cleared for takeoff to a world of incredible benefits and perks. Use your card and earn up to 2 times True Blue points on everyday purchases. Get your first check bag free and travel to your next vacation faster. Apply for the JetBlue CIBC First Caribbean credit card today at cibcfcib.com/JetBlue.
Nassau Cruise Port presents Phil Stubbs Live at the all-new Nassau Cruise Port Amphitheater, January 13th. Gates open at 7 p.m., showtime 9 p.m.
Book your tickets now at BahamasEtickets.com.
General admission $50, 75 VIP. Prepare to be blown away as we kick things off with one of the Bahamas' beloved artists. You're raking and scraping with Ira Store, Nishi LS, and Phil Stubbs Live.
Sponsored by Kalik and Ron Ricardo. Nassau Cruise Port, the place to be.
The new KFC Nuggets have arrived. That unlike the no-gets, ours are handmade using 100% white meat. Unlike the no-gets, at KFC, we hand bread every day to achieve the perfect flavor. After you try our delicious and crispy nuggets, in the original recipe, you'll never settle for less. KFC, the real nuggets. It's finger-licking good.
Tired of banks forcing you to use technology to bank the way they want you to? Your convenience is important. So no matter what your banking needs, Commonwealth Bank's friendly staff are always available in-brand one-on-one service. But when you choose technology, our online and mobile banking app offers you state-of-the-art functionality. The choice is yours. Commonwealth Bank. Bank the way you want.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Are you ready to catapult your business into the spotlight? Introducing Guardian Business Boost.
Ignite your success, and it's absolutely free to join.
Did you say free? Yes. Free! Guardian Business Boost is not just a program. It's your ticket to unprecedented visibility and growth. The Guardian Media Group is committed to helping the Bahamas prosper by creating new opportunities for small businesses, who are the key drivers of that growth. How does it work? It works by first registering your business with the Guardian Business Boost at thenassauguardian.com. Then, each month, Guardian Media will pick and boost 5 businesses with 1 month of free ads across our multiple advertising platforms. The Nassau Guardian newspaper, website, Guardian Radio 96.9, Star 106 Hits, and all social media platforms. Catapult your business into the spotlight with Guardian Business Boost. Sign up for free today at thenassauguardian.com.
Hi. Listen, after 50 years of independence, to be a Bahamian in today's world also carries with it the responsibility of global citizenship. Tune in and sit with me. We'll discuss international news, finance, economics, pop culture, and trends that affect us as Bahamians not only locally, but also our contributions and opportunities beyond the rock. Beyond the Rock with your host, Dazzy, begins January 16th, 6:30 to 7:30, right here on Guardian Radio 96.9 FM.
Okay, welcome back. Talking Heads, Thursday Talking Heads with Pearlie, Guardian Radio 96.9. If you got another caller, but I can take you in a minute caller. Let me just read these couple of texts. Take that last call, let me get into sports. Too much connections in this country. Remember, one of our last commissioners received a Rolex watch for someone involved in crime. The guy in water and sewage don't see nothing wrong with giving contracts to family. A lot of these corrupt. Next one says, man, Pearlie, bum the lady, PLP apologist. Who is the Haitian gang leader living in the Bahamas? I won't know. Pearlie, next election, I call dibs on Rodney job. Rodney Munker's salary can pay 2 or 3 registered nurses. And Anton will call and spin this. You can't say that word. Anton call and spin this stuff. He part of the problem. Everything is political to him. Call you on the air.
Yes, Pearlie, I had to call back when I heard Anton calling in.
But I want him to call back. I think he's on it. But let me let you get 2 seconds and I got to go to him. Okay, go ahead, darling.
No, Pearlie, listen here. We need to elect Anton.
Easy.
Anton ain't never been no prime minister. Anton ain't never been no MP. Anton is a civil servant that is being paid from the purse of my money. So if we want to answer questions, we don't want to get it from him. Let Brave come on and answer the questions.
Point. I got you. I hear you. Loud and
clear.
clear.
You get me?
I get
so
you.
to hell with him.
Okay, take your time.
That's
okay.
another crony.
Okay. Oh, boy, that was hot. Call you on there. Are you there?
Pearlie.
Yes.
Pearlie.
Yes.
Can you hear me?
Loud and clear.
Okay, good.
Now listen, don't listen to me now. Let's get this right. I need you tell me, but arguing and fighting for fine, that's good. Give me something else other than that. How we can stop these 10 murders in 11 days.
Okay, well, let me start by saying to you, Pearlie, the purpose of me calling in was to acknowledge that a lot of the callers were spreading misinformation.
What is the Give me the misinformation that callers are spreading.
One of the callers stated that the government, the Prime Minister, the government, Minister of National Security, they're not serious about stopping the guns coming into the country.
That's their opinion. That's their opinion. That wasn't a statement. That was an opinion they made.
They did not give that as an opinion.
Yes, they did. Yes, just as you're giving me your opinion, they gave me their opinion.
I'm not giving opinion.
What you giving me?
Facts.
What is the facts?
The fact is that the Prime Minister, as the head of government, the Minister of National Security, they have both been working with the United States government, both been complaining to the United States government after the Commissioner of Police, Mr. Clayton Fernando, revealed the statistics as it relates to murders in our country, as it relates to guns that they have.
So how come only you want to know that? How come only you want to know that? How come none of us know that?
The Guardian is the one who was playing the report, so perhaps you don't know it, but I'm aware because I listen.
I don't know it, and plenty of other people don't know it.
And so what I'm saying to make my point to you, Pearlie, as a result of the agitation from the Prime Minister, the Minister of National Security, now we have a senior ATF officer with the sole purpose,
I hear that. I'm done. Fine.
Yes?
That's fine. That's good. That's great. We need that. Yes. 10 murders in 11. 10 murders. Hold on, Anton. Hold on. 10 murders for the year.
Okay.
The 11 police has made a statement on Monday. Even the Attorney General has made a statement. We have not heard from the Minister of National Security in over a month. Why?
I cannot say why, but
why are you here backing him up if he ain't backing himself up?
Because I just said to you for the third time, Pearlie, there was a lot of misinformation.
I ain't heard nothing was said on this radio station to me was misinformation.
Was putting into the atmosphere.
No, Anton, I ain't gonna let you do this. I'm not going to allow.
Can I finish my point first?
Then give me the truth. No, but see, I don't need to hear, but no ATF officer done been here. I don't want to hear that piece no more.
Can I
Sorry.
finish my point?
Go ahead, Anton. Anton, if you ain't talking sense, I can cut you, bro. Go ahead.
My brother, I don't call any talk show not to make sense. Okay?
Let me talk, brother. Go ahead, my brother. Go ahead, my brother.
Don't approach me like that, man, Purdy. Don't disrespect me.
Then I'm not disrespecting. Don't take me for dumb. Don't take me like I don't know what's going on.
Don't take me for fool. That's all I'm saying to you.
Did I say that to you? Did I say that to you?
To finish, that's how you're asking.
No, brother. Don't see you. See, hold on a minute. I can let you finish. You telling me the people giving misinformation. Now you interpreting what I say is calling you a name, and not one time I said that to you.
Anyway,
I take offense to that. But go ahead. I can let you talk. Go ahead.
Anyway, Pearly, to finish, make my point. The Prime Minister, the Minister of National Security, the Cabinet of the Bahamas has squads of new officers to fulfill the vacancy in leadership gaps, to fulfill the vacancy and the gaps in officers at the lower levels and lower rank and file of the police force. The Prime Minister and the Minister of National Security has outfitted the Royal Bahamas Police Force with new cars, with new weapons, with new technology. The government of the Bahamas has spent tens of millions of dollars in facilitating the needs of the Royal Bahamas Police Force and its commissioner in order to properly equip them based on what they have expressed their needs are to take on fight on crime. Now, to get to the part of murder, Pearly, look, we need to stop this nonsense. These persons from these budding and nonsensical political parties, these persons from the opposition need to stop the nonsense they're spewing as it relates to crime. Look, you cannot stop someone who wants to murder someone.
Hold on. Stop. What nonsense they spewing?
You got
to back up your statement now. What nonsense are they spewing?
I was just addressing it.
You
cannot stop someone if they make up in their mind they're going to kill someone. You cannot stop them unless you name God. You don't know the minds of individuals. It's stupidity. It's the height of stupidity, as a matter of fact. It's nonsensical. It's idiocracy for persons to think that they can stop someone from committing a murder. We need the community to get involved, as the Commissioner of Police is saying, as the Prime Minister is saying, as the Minister of the entire community of the Bahamas to get involved to help stop crime or minimize crime or reduce crime or make it an irreducible minimum in our country, Pearly.
Anton, hold on, bro. Hold on. All due respect. First of all, I was letting you talk. The ATF officer been here long before this government was in power. The ATF officer has been here. Don't worry about that. Just how you get your information. Just how you get your information, I get my information.
That's
all right?
False information.
Just how you get your information, brother. Hold on.
That is false information.
Hold on. Anton, listen to me. I can cut you because I can tell you this. You giving me all. Anton, ain't nothing. Bye. Listen. Let me say this. All we're saying in this country today, on the 11th day of January, 2024, we've had 10 murders in 11 days. We afraid. We scared. You could tell me anything, this plan and that plan going on, because some of what Anton is backing up, they lost, saying the same thing. Oh, you can't blame this, and it's not a political thing. This is nothing to do with politics. This is everything to do with the safety of the Bahamian people. So when you want to spin the politics in this, I have a problem with that. Because we ain't playing politics. We playing Bahamian lives. Got another call on the air? These are the last two calls I take on crime. Then we get into what I like to talk about, sports. Go ahead. Call you on the air.
Freddie.
Yes, there.
Allow me 1 minute, man.
Go ahead, darling. You and then the next call is the last call I take on crime today.
Okay, fine. No, take somebody else. You before I take someone. But anyhow, what I want to say about Anton, right?
Uh-huh.
And what I want to say about what he said. Prior to the government coming in, do they say that they couldn't do nothing but crime? They raise their hand in the air and expect for the...
We have a plan. And in the first 100, we have a plan. This is what I said. We have a plan. And we can implement it in the first 100 days.
Where the hell is the plan?
Amen, I said. Thank you very much.
Where's the plan?
Thank you very
much. And if the F&M was in, and this ain't no political nothing, he would have been on the same air, doing his stupidness like he always do. So tell him rest his nerve here. Let's hear from the Minister of National Security, who repaying the big buck, to tell us something. Let us know what strategy he's going to put in place.
Thank you very much.
Innocent people are getting killed. But when that happened downtown, I bet you'll hear from him. If you see these same gunmen go downtown and see somebody who they out for and end up hitting a tourist or something, then they can come forward and say something. And that is wrong. Let's hear from him. We're paying him the money. Speak up and tell us what the hell is going on in this country.
Thank you, darling. Thank you. One more lot. Call you on there. That's it? Okay. Wow. Mr. Medusa, we didn't expect this today. Let's take this last caller right here. Call you on there.
Hey, Burley, but you're so hot today.
Whoa.
Mother sex. Wow.
And let me tell you something. I did not come here to talk about crime today. I came here to talk about something totally different. And somebody downstairs started telling me something, putting something in my head. And the next thing you look, I start talking about this, and I open up a whole can of worms.
But guess what? It's that same Anton who was carrying on about Marvin Dames when Marvin Dames was in.
That's, I know.
Then we had crime. Then we had so much crime in this country. It was that same Anton. And Anton is a spokesperson for the Minister of National Security all of a sudden, because I can't hear from the Minister of National Security.
We all do want to hear from him, and he needs to say something.
I don't, and that same fella with that big mouth blowing all the hot air out of his mouth, Anton, he was, when the FNM was in power, he was on air almost every day, because I used to listen.
Yes.
And he was carrying on bad about Marvin Dames, and now what he's saying now, he coming on this air, and you gave him a lot of time.
I mean, let you talk. But if you ain't gonna talk sense, I can tell you ain't talking sense to me. If it don't make sense to me, I know it ain't making sense to all my listeners.
So, I mean, it is a campaign thing that politicians come up with when they want to win, a seat and when they want to win the government, but they have an action plan, and they're going to do this in the first 100 days, and they're going to hit the ground running, but when the chicken come home to roost, then they have all kind of excuses.
Amen. Thank you,
At the end of the day, it needs to be fixed.
Thank you.
All right, have a good one.
You too, brother. You give me one more call in, Mr. Producer. Okay. Call it. Listen, I'm going to read these couple of texts and we get into sports. Tell this, get off the radio. Pearly, you wasting much time with this goon. No one wants to hear his garbage. Bahamians are dying. We have no time for him and his crap. I disagree with Anton and the police. They know the people involved and they should be task force to place and combat. It happens all around the world. You should have cut him off a long time ago. Anton is one annoying fellow. Pearly ban. I'm not going to ban him now. Pearly ban Anton. He doesn't add in. I'm not going to ban. Let everybody have a chance to say something. Listen, let me say this. Both the PLP and the FNM government have done what they could do for crime. The FNM bring the shot spotter, all kind of other things in place, all kind of cameras all over the place, and Mike Hornike's cameras all watching you, all the hotspot cameras. This government has brought in more vehicles, more. They've done all that. They've done all that part. But we have to figure out how we can make all that work. Call you on the air.
Pearly.
Hey.
Yeah, I'm off roll here. I listened to you a couple of times when you was filling in for Chihuahua Lang and things like that. Yeah, you just make a lot of sense and you're showing like Bremen say. Yeah, man, and you have a great sense of humor. But Pearly, you leave out something else too. How bad your year start off?
Well, you know me.
Miami Dolphins let us down on Saturday night. You leave that out.
I did leave that out.
Yeah,
but I leave that out because I bring that up for sports talk. I can bring that up in a couple minutes.
Yeah. But Pearly, man, come on now. Tua, like I say, Tua, he can't take pressure, man. And some of the other quarterbacks you come back and tie the game up in under 2 minutes, man.
Listen to me carefully.
The good defense team,
I hear you.
Can't take it, man.
No, I hear you. But the other quarterbacks had the offensive line in place. Tua had 3 of his offensive, this center and the backup center out.
Yeah, we had a lot of injuries.
A lot of injuries in Miami.
Yeah, now look what we're facing. A record-breaking temperature, 5 degrees, in our head in the world champs now. Kyrie better play good against his whole team. Try to show up. And if Taylor Swift there, you know how Kelsey could be playing. So we look like we might be in some trouble.
I can tell you this. I really believe Miami can beat Kansas City on Saturday at Saturday evening. I really believe that.
Well, we might have a chance now, because just remember in Germany, they didn't score in the second half. We hold them out in the second half. They didn't score at all in the second half. And like you say, they ain't playing too good. All them passes, they dropping and
exactly. Let's wait and see.
Let's wait and see. Yeah. Saturday 4:30.
Yeah.
Yeah, all right, good.
All right,
yeah, man. Keep it up, man. You have a great show, man. I was listening all the time. First time calling.
Thank you very much.
When you're in Northeast weekend on the head bad thing. But continue to represent for the Dolphins, man.
Thank you, Muff. I will.
Yeah. All right.
Brother.
Respect.
Take time. Carly on there. Carly on there. Are you there? What's up? Talk to me.
Hey, good day, Pearly. How you doing, man?
I good. You sound a little muffled there now.
I just phoned and I know you won't get to your sports, but let me quickly say this. I saw something.
Oh, you breaking up? You really breaking up bad? Yes.
Yeah,
no, I can't. You're going right back to what you was like. You're going right back to what you was like. Call back. I'll let you come on. Listen. We got to stop playing politics with this crime and understand we as a country, as a people, we got to work together to make this happen. Forget who's PLP, forget who's FNM, forget who's COI, and let's work as a team to make this right. Swallow your pride, politicians, and learn to call. If you need opposition help, call them. If you need to COI, call them. Get some input. But it can't make no sense to me if this came out of hand and everybody making excuses. Today in sports history, brought to you by Naughty Johnny's. Today is January 11, 2024. In 1953, J. Edgar Hoover declined a six-figure offer to be the president of the International Boxing Club. In 1970, Billy Cooper became the second golfer in history to top the 1 million mark in career earnings when he won the Los Angeles Gulf Open. Tiger making billions now. In 1973, owner of American League Baseball teams voted to adopt the designated. In 1976, Dorothy Hamill won a third consecutive National Figure Skating Championship. In 1976, the Soviet Olympic team walked off the ice in protest of the rough tactics of the Philadelphia Flyers. Yeah, the Europeans don't check as much as they do in North America. In 1995, NHL owners and players ended a 103-day lockout. It was announced that the regular season would be reduced to 48 games and would start January 20th. In 2002, Muhammad Ali received a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. In 2007, it was announced that David Beckham would sign a 5-year, $250 million contract with the Los Angeles Galaxy. In 2010, Mark McGwire admitted that he used steroids on and off for nearly a decade. The time frame included the 1998 season when he broke the then single-season home run record. In 2014, arbiter Frederick Horowitz reduced Alex Rodriguez's New York Yankees' drug suspension from 211 to 162 games. And the sports quote of the day, luck is what happens when preparation meets opportunity. Coach Darrell Royal. Caller, you on the air. Are you there, caller? Nope. This is Mr. Lucy. Let's take a break. When we come back, we can talk sports. Miami Dolphins. We'll be right back.
Cancer Treatment Centers of America is now City of Hope, creating one of the leading cancer care and research networks from coast to coast, providing more of what you need. More locations means more care closer to home. More specialists means more expertise. More research means more breakthroughs. More advancements means more treatment options. And more options means more hope. Learn more at cancercenter.com.
The new KFC Nuggets have arrived. That unlike the no-gets, ours are handmade using 100% white meat. Unlike the no-gets, at KFC, we hand bread every day to achieve the perfect flavor. After you try our delicious and crispy nuggets, in the original recipe, you'll never settle for less. KFC, the real nuggets. It's finger-licking good.
Struggling to repay your loan? Let us help you get back on track with payment terms that suits your financial situation and improve your credit score and credit report with the Bahamas Credit Bureau. Inquire about our restructured loans today. Call us at 356-7764.
Nassau Cruise Port presents at the all-new Nassau Cruise Port Amphitheater, January 13th. Gates open at 7 p.m., showtime 9 p.m.
Book your tickets now at BahamasEtickets.com.
General admission $50, 75 VIP. Prepare to be blown away as we kick things off with one of the Bahamas' beloved artists. You're raking and scraping with Ira Store, Nishi LS, and Phil Stubbs live.
Sponsored by Kalik and Ron Ricardo. Nassau Cruise Port, the place to be.
Ah, boy. What a day. What a day this has been. Oh, man. We ain't really talking no sports today, but we can talk sports. I got to read these texts, though. Isn't the PM plan to get a whistle for women and pray? Pearly, you got the patience of Job, because Anton dumb rhetoric makes him a sad excuse for Bahamian citizen. Keep up your awesome work, brother. Pearly, I listened to Anton for years. I think of one useful thing he added into a conversation. Always party pushing for him and every word. Today in sports. I did today in sports. All right, come in. Call, are you there?
Let's finally go through on your sport time. Listen,
hey, brother.
And I say unequivocally that we need to, the judiciary has a lot of blame to be with respect to a crime situation, but we just can't dwell on that. What needs to be happen right now is that persons charged with murder from this day forth shall not be granted bail. Not. And the matters before the court. Right now, we should deal with the backlog as much as we possibly could. Okay. But for going forward right now, all persons charged with murder shall not be granted bail because the Constitution is clear. There have been a violation of our Constitution by our judiciary over the years. And it must come to a stop.
I got you.
It must stop now.
I got you. Okay.
Right now, it must stop.
All right.
Because we are not... When that Prime Minister in one part of the Caribbean said that our judiciary must be living on Mars, that was quite right. And I'm echoing that as a raw-born Bahamian. They must be living on Mars. Because all that's happened is that you just have to reoffend. We must enforce capital punishment. That must be. And if it is a situation where they feel that because of the previous Privy Council ruling, we will put it back to us in a referendum. We're spending money doing foolishness. We need to spend money on trying to save the soul of this country.
Thank you very much.
And that's all I got to say on that. I agree with you with the Minister of National Security. He is absent. The Minister of Health, likewise, they're just non-existent. I totally agree with you on that.
Thanks for calling. Thank you very much.
Thanks for taking my call.
All right, my brother. Hey, Nassau Cruise Port presents Phil Stubbs live at the Amphitheater on Saturday, January 13th. Join Phil Stubbs, Nishi LS, and Ira Store and the Spang Band for an amazing night of pure Bahamian music. Ron Ricardo, general admission $50 and $75. Forgive me. I talk so much, I'm coughing myself up. Y'all hear Bill Belichick, the Patriots have let him go. Alabama's Nick Saban has said he is retiring. This is amazing stuff. This is truly amazing stuff. We can take this one caller. Go ahead, caller, you on the air.
Hey, Pearly, I hear we pick up three players.
Who's we?
The Dolphins.
Oh, I don't know.
That's what I heard this morning.
What is
Let me ask
you
you
hear?
a question. Is Mostert or Waddle back?
I will know that this evening. I haven't seen an injury report yet.
And check see if we did pick up 3 players.
I will double check to see if we picked up 3 players. If we did, if we did, it's probably off the practice squad.
Okay. We need some players, man, going into Kansas City.
Yeah, but it would have been the maker for who's. I think John Pierre-Paul may be called back in.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I'm not 100% certain on that, but let me double check while I got you.
Okay.
I don't see anything coming across the line yet. No, I haven't seen anything. But it probably, if we do, we'll probably be signing some people off the practice squad. Belichick has been with the New England Patriots for 24 years. Between Miami, Buffalo, and the Jets, in that time, we've had 25 coaches. That's amazing. That is amazing. That is truly amazing. So I don't know what's up for him. I don't know what's going on with him. I don't know. Some people say he may go to the Chargers because the quarterback, they got a good quarterback. Atlanta has been called, name has been called as well. So that's going to be some interesting stuff. My Alabama fans out there, I know that's a blow. Nick Saban decides to retire. Danny, who's to be one of his disciples at Oregon, is the front runner, I understand. That means they got to pay Oregon $20 million just to sign him. There's some other players out there, Lane Kiffin name came up, some other names come up. So be watching Alabama over there because this is going to be happening within a week. They're going to sign somebody within a week because you can't take long this recruiting time. This is the heart of recruiting time. So that's going to be a big blow. That's a big blow to Alabama fans. So it'll be interesting to see who they sign. It'll be interesting to see who the Patriots bring on board. Don't be surprised. Don't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised. Call Lee on the air.
Tony, this is me in Petersburg again.
What's up, Petersburg?
Hey, Spence, the Alabama coach retired.
Uh-huh.
I think Prime did a good move. A lot of those high school players, Prime going to recruit a lot of them boys. Trust me.
Oh yeah.
In South Florida.
And this the middle of the transfer portal right now. So this the time you go after them because players who've committed to Alabama because of Nick Saban. A lot of times when coaches leave like that, fellas, they reconsider and they want to go somewhere else.
Man,
so this is Alabama's right for the picking.
Prime to get all the top recruits. You know, he's the Florida boy too. He can recruit all the Florida boys, man.
Yeah, Alabama's right for the picking. It's gonna be interesting to see.
Yeah, all right.
You know, and one of the things they talk about Nick Saban is, he didn't have a problem with the transfer portal because he got a couple players in himself. His problem is the NIL, the name, image, and likeness program that's going on that college players can get sponsorship. And they think that a lot of people are taking advantage of these young kids. So that's one of the reasons I guess he's retiring now. So it's gonna be interesting to see what else he has to do. But I got Colin heard about it. And he's gonna talk a little bit about it, give us some insight on where he see that is, where he see out there. But let's get to the picks. And let's see what's happening tonight. Boy, Boston and Milwaukee. That's a big one. Milwaukee 2.5. I'll take the Bucks, but I ain't gonna I get on the money line. OKC Thunder. I just realized OKC Thunder is like they number one in the Western Conference right now with Minnesota. I'll take them, and I'll take them under points over top Portland today. The Knicks is at Dallas. Knicks are 4.5 favorite, and they traveling to Dallas. Boy, Knicks been playing good ball, like Naughty said yesterday. All right, I take the Knicks. Money line. And the Brooklyn Nets, they already played. The Cavaliers beat Brooklyn earlier. I would have taken the Cavaliers. I would have taken Brooklyn. I would have lost that bet. That would have make me mad with my parlay. I'm glad I didn't do that. I slunked today. And my girlfriend playing tonight at 8 o'clock. That's LSU. Angel Reese, ranked 7th. Playing Texas A&M tonight. I like them over Texas tonight. I love them in South Carolina. Good team. They play Missouri. I like them tonight. That's my picks for the day, or those. I hope you like them. Football is coming. We're going to talk more about it in football tomorrow with Naughty. People are concerned about the weather for Miami. We went into Buffalo last year in the cold, frigid weather with our third-string quarterback and gave them a run for their money. So I don't think the weather is going to be a factor. They put all the things in place to keep you warm, They have heaters all in the sidelines. They got all these big, heavy jackets you wear. It's just a matter of when you're on the field and the ground hard, extra hard. So that's, and hoping nobody get pulled hamstring or nothing like that because that weather don't play. That'll be the only thing you have to be more concerned about other than anything else. So we got Saturday, you got games on Saturday, and then games on Sunday and Monday. So you got the early game. And caller, it isn't 4:30. The Dolphins are playing at 8 o'clock. So at 4:30 actually is the Cleveland Browns and the Houston Texans. And then you get the Dolphins at 4 o'clock. All right? So that'll be 2 games on Saturday. Then Sunday we get Pittsburgh at Buffalo, Green Bay at Dallas, the Rams at Detroit. And then on Monday you got the Eagles at Tampa Bay. And then that'll be the wild card. And then next week, then you'll see San Francisco. So it's going to be some interesting stuff to watch. It's going to be interesting stuff to see with playoffs this week. This could be a playoff where a lot of upsets happen. Because outside of Baltimore and, say, San Francisco, I don't trust maybe Dallas. I don't trust anybody else. And when I say I don't trust none of the favorites. I don't trust any of the favorites anymore. I have no idea what will happen. We talk about Mahomes and he's the great, and he probably still is the best quarterback in football. But them fellas ain't catching the ball. Dak has looked good. He's looked real good. If they beat Green Bay, I think and guess what? If they don't beat Green Bay, you may have a new head coach. I promise you that. I think any loss that Dallas has, other than to San Francisco, he could lose his job. So that means he had to make it the NFC Conference Championship, and if he loses to Dallas, to San Francisco there, then I think they'll be fine. But if them Packers come in Dallas and beat him, hey, goodbye. Hey, Pearly, I ain't gonna do that. I'm gonna give you a break on that. I ain't gonna read that one. Pearly, the Rams and KC dangerous. I think the Rams are dangerous, and I said this about 4 weeks ago. Do not sleep on the Rams. It's something about them when they get in the playoffs. It's a different story. It's an experienced team. They know how to win playoff games, and they're playing good football right now. They're playing real good football right now. So almost anything can happen. Almost anything can happen. So when I see it like that, brother, I'd be very careful. Very, very careful about that. Nassau Cruise Sports and Zaymar Production presents Phil Stubb live this January 13th. Also performing Nessie Ellis and Ira Starr and the Spank Man. Tickets $50, general admission $75 for VIP. Available at BahamasTickets.com. At the Plantation Bar and Grill Caves Heights and Miniso Mall at the Mall and Marathon. Doors open at 7 p.m. Showtime is at 9 p.m. And forgive me for coughing. My throat getting dry. I talk so much today. And just getting over this little thing, Feeling a whole lot better, though. But this weekend is going to be interesting. And then, I'm starting to get these feelings that, oh, God, football is over. Football is over. But my joy is baseball right around the corner. In less than a month, we have spring training. And then end of March 20th, 21st, the first game in Seoul. Yeah, my Dodgers and the Padres. So that should be some fun to watch. Some good times to roll through. I'm excited about it. Very, very excited about it. Boy. If I offended anybody today, you too, Anton, I apologize. I am passionate about this issue. I am passionate about crime in this country because I believe in a safe society. I don't take it as politics. I take it as, listen, you in charge. You say you had a plan. If this was the FNM, I'd be eating them for breakfast the same way. Because crime is a Bahamian problem. It's not a political problem. But if you're in charge, it's your job to protect your people. And all we're asking is to say something to us, Brother Minister. Just come and say something. This is what we're doing. I know you can't give all the plans because you don't want the criminals to know everything you're doing. But give us some reassurance. The people want that. The people need that. Dolphin fans, don't worry. I picked the Dolphins to go 9-8. I said we go as high as 12 and 5. I like the team. A lot of injuries this year. 2 key players they need to bring on, sign. Key type players they need to sign. They'll be all right next year. Dallas is where they should be from last year. And the window for Dallas to win is getting very small. You know, Dak is getting up there. And after a while, it's going to be a hard time for them to do what they have to do because some of these brothers got to get paid. And that's where you lose key players. 49ers has been knocking on the door for a little while now. So this could be their year. Philadelphia, we are now seeing the plight of losing your offensive coordinator and your defensive coordinator. And the plight of having an injured quarterback. Fella calling us if I trust Tua. I do trust Tua. I trust Tua as my quarterback. I like Tua as my quarterback. We see another quarterback doing something, we think he's supposed to do everything they do. No. But it's going to come and he's going to be ready. When he has, you don't have all the players hurt, when you have your two of your top 3 players out, that hurt any team. That would hurt. You think if CeeDee Lamb go down, now Dallas can buy a win? It'll be a cold day. You think if Kelsey go down in Kansas City, or Kittles or McCaffrey go down in San Francisco, what can happen? You can see what I'm talking about. You think if Lamar Jackson go down today, Baltimore can be any good? When you lose your key players, things happen. Next man up foolishness, I don't buy that. Is the reason why you have quarterback 1, running back 1, wide receiver 1. Because they're your best player. And they're the ones you pay the big money to give you the numbers, to give you to produce. So if they don't, deal ya. Good show, everybody. Fun time. Got hot, but I like that. I'll see you next week, Thursday, when I'm back on the show, but I'll talk to you tomorrow at 5 o'clock when Naughty's on. We're going to take a break, and when we come back, it'll be the Herd talking about Belichick leaving. I put this up for my Patriot fans out there. We'll talk about and give you some ease on your pain why Belichick leave you guys. Take care. This has been Pearly and Talking Heads, Guardian Radio 96.9 FM. Stay safe, my brothers and sisters. Stay safe.
Refined style with elegant taste. Then fine threads is your place. If you want those slacks hemmed or just taking the waist, then fine threads look suave and debonair everywhere you go. Like you're supposed to be in a video. Wanna step out and look great? Then fine threads is your place. Refined style with elegant taste. Then fine threads is your place. Is your place. Is your place.
John Shoes and Accessories is your one-stop shop for all your footwear needs. You will find what you're looking for among the growing collection of classic and trendy styles with new arrivals every week. John's covers the whole family and has great prices, helpful and friendly customer service. Your experience shopping with us will be time well spent. Shop with us online at www.johnshoes.com. John's also now carries small home appliances, so come on into John's, located on Rosetta Street in Palmdale and Carmichael Road West. John's, we put fashion at your feet.
Play with Island Games. We making dreams come true. Play with Island Games. We paying more out to you. Don't mind the noise in the market. You getting cash in your pocket. 'Cause Island Games is spicy and spicy is tradition. So when you play Island Games, we putting Bahamians first. Guaranteed to pay. Island Games. We like them other jokers. We've been here from the start. From the bike to computer. Island Games. We gonna make your dreams come true. We playing with Island Games.
This is Guardian Radio 96.9 FM, Nassau, Bahamas.
Fluid Thursday, live in Los Angeles. It's the Herd, wherever you may be and however you may be listening. Thanks for making us part of your day. Pete Carroll let go in Seattle end of yesterday. Wasn't long after Nick Saban said, I'm going to leave on my terms. Bill Belichick, it's official, is gone in New England. So, you know, it's customary that we replace about 7 to 8 coaches annually in the NFL. The drip, drip, drip continues. There's a lot of talk out there about a mystery team for Bill Belichick. But, you know, you're seeing the end of the greatest college football coach of all time and the greatest NFL coach of all time. Friends, you know, within a day of each other it ends.
Yeah, wild stuff, an incredible day. Good for content, Colin. I'm very excited for today.
So the NFL is so much different than even 10 years ago. You can gamble on games now in most states. The rules reward offense. Wide receivers now are a running back. That wasn't even the case 10 years ago, but things change. And my wife always has a term. Honey, just stay current. Just stay current. You can be a hotel, a restaurant menu, or a professional coach. Stay current. The coaches that did in the NBA, titles. Those that pushed back on the three-point shot, Popovich, a regression of wins. Renovation, tweaking, adapting. Belichick wasn't really built for a lot of changes. Let's be honest. He's an NFL historian. Historians tend to seek the rear-view mirror for answers. He looked backwards a lot, but Tom Brady was the protective shield. Brady was such a brilliant player and a brilliant mind offensively that Tom took care of that side of the ball, and Bill just worried about culture, details, and defense. Whenever you'd push back on Belichick, who is no longer the coach of New England as of this morning, he would always say, well, our results have been pretty good. They had been pretty good. Belichick not only lost his way, I think most of it was because he no longer followed his rules and the Patriot way. No more adjustments. No more all about winning. All of it took second place to whatever made Bill comfortable. And increasingly in the last 7 to 8 years, what made him comfortable, and it frustrated Brady until the very end, was adding his kids to the staff, hiring familiar fired retreads, drafting players he wanted to coach, stockpiling picks and not taking any big swings. Simply put, Bill got lost in his own sauce. Bill was into Bill and whatever made him comfortable. He didn't stay current. You can go back to 2016. I have been on this with Ryan Russillo, my buddy. We would go out and have beers 7 years ago and talk about this. The league was transitioning to speed, more perimeter-based speed and players. Dual threat quarterbacks. Get young, get fast, get multiple. New England hasn't drafted receivers or tight ends or offensive speed in a decade worth of you-know-what. But they collect picks. Last year's draft symbolized the issues. Slowest offense in the league, drafted 3 interior O-linemen and 2 kickers. They are now embarrassingly slow, no Pro Bowlers, offensively tone-deaf, out of touch, and inept. But the Kraft family, Robert and Stephen, deserve some blame too. They gave Kraft too much power. I've seen athletic directors do it to coaches. Being an NFL head coach is a 24/7 job. Being an NFL GM, similarly, an exhaustion. Bill basically was both. You can't do both well. Bill's drafting unraveled his coaching. And for anybody in any field, it really comes down to this. Stay current. Because this is how it almost always ends for the old successful baseball manager or the legendary college basketball coach or even Bill Belichick. You are shown the door, not on your terms. Bill may have separated due to Tom Brady in the height of his career, but it's ending in a very familiar fashion for those that don't stay on top of things. He's shown the door. This morning, Belichick and Kraft are just issuing quick statements. They will not answer any questions. To the end, clunky, old school, and protective. That is not the way to age well. What is? Nick Saban, a different personality. Actually, in person, kind of funny. He's leaving on his terms. Ended up in a college football playoff. The entire season symbolized weren't very good early, had to replace the quarterback, but by the end of the year, great teaching, mentorship. Alabama was a play away from beating Michigan. He still recruits at the very highest level. His energy is through the roof, and he has pivoted beautifully over the last decade from a defensive guru, a Svengali. Bama's now quarterback and wide receiver U. He's always been willing to adapt. That's what he was willing to do. He didn't have all the answers. He questioned himself. He acknowledged blind spots. And Saban has another quality that I really like. And he's not perfect. But we live in a world now where everybody loves to jump on the avalanche. You see it on social media all the time. Somebody, steps in it, puts their foot in it, says the wrong thing, does the wrong thing. Here comes the avalanche to pile on people. And then there's guys like Saban who actually grab a shovel and dig people out. Lane Kiffin was a punchline. Saban gave him a rope. Let me help you out. Sark, personal demons. Spiraling, career over. Saban grabbed his shovel, helped him up. Saban did that on more than one occasion. Willing to be uncomfortable, willing to be criticized, willing to take some shots. I like that about him. We don't have enough people like that. The other thing I like about Saban, your resume, right? Like I'm not saying that. Tradition can be fun. I like the old Yankee Stadium and the new Yankee Stadium. It's okay to like both. I like the Rose Bowl too, more than new stadiums. But I never felt like Saban was clinging to the past or romanticizing it. If you went up to Nick Saban and looked in his office and said, man, look at that, look at that, look at that, you know what he'd probably say? Not going to help me tomorrow. I wouldn't look. My wife often says, you can look, don't stare. Saban never stared at his success. He glanced at it, was proud of it, with a legendary work ethic. He wasn't perfect. He was impatient. He acknowledged he didn't like working with mediocre people. And, there's a lot of them in a lot of fields. But I don't think there's any coincidence that in a 24-hour period, one legendary coach was shown the door. The other left on his terms. This is a story about how to age in the same industry. Willing to look yourself in the mirror. Don't stare at your success. Insular is never a good way to age. Bill Belichick got 2 on being right and confirming right. And Saban was about getting it right. That's why he ends on his terms. We'll pivot to a broadcasting company I used to work at. We'll make 8 figures, car dealership, happily married, lots of smiles, and personally, a fun guy to hang with. I'm not anti-Belichick, and I'm not just pro-Saban. There's a lot of similarities. Both are workers, both are smart, both are grinders. Probably is a lot easier to win in college than it is in pro football, right? Impulsive owners. You only get 1 first-round pick a year. Saban gets 25 every year. He can hand-pick. But I watched the 2 guys age, and I was always taken back by how Saban, in his 70s, stayed incredibly current, felt young, vibrant, dynamic. When he got to Bama, it was a defensive culture built by him. He leaves, it's quarterbacks, it's wide receivers, it's innovation, and I think that's cool. We don't know who's going to get the Alabama job. Dan Lanning at Oregon has Southern connections, and the South can be pretty provincial. It's pretty much an us and them mentality. Kalen DeBoer, 3-0 against Lanning, not the recruiter. In my opinion, the better coach is who I would pick, but he's an outsider. Dan Lanning is an insider. Dan Lanning just announced moments ago he's staying at Oregon. So that's interesting because, first of all, Oregon's a great job. Lanning is highly I don't think, my opinion was, DeBoer's the better coach. I think Kalen DeBoer, if Harbaugh left, he would be their first pick at Michigan. If Ryan Day was let go, shouldn't be. Kalen DeBoer would be their first pick. Washington's boosters are going to have to pay him $9 to $10 million to stay. He's worth it. Been to that stadium 30 times. It's packed and a revenue machine. But so we'll keep you updated on that. A lot of rumors last night on the internet about Dan Lanning. I was told by 2 sources yesterday that Greg Byrne, a very smart athletic director for Bama, sharp and respected, has had his eye on Kalen DeBoer for months. Sark and Dabo Swinney also need to be considered. I would be shocked if Sark took the job. Texas, Austin, momentum, great place to be. Bill Belichick and Robert Kraft this morning each had a statement. They would not answer questions, and here was Bill.
Robert and I, after a series of discussions, have mutually agreed to part ways. And for me, this is a day of gratitude and celebration. Family, it's great. So much thanks for the opportunity to be the head coach here for 24 years. It's an amazing opportunity. Received tremendous support. We had a vision of building a winner, building a championship football team here, and that's exceeded my wildest dreams and expectations. The amount of success that we were able to achieve together, through a lot of hard work and contributions of so many people. So I'm very proud of that, and I always have those great memories. I'll carry with those with me the rest of my life.
That's the greatest professional football coach of all time. No more hoodie. Bill cleaned up. He looked very astute. He looked very professional. He looked very powerful for our radio audience. I would suspect he would coach again. I think Harbaugh's the best coach on the market. Mike Vrabel, to me, is way up there. I do worry about Belichick, the offense, a need to have power over personnel. I would not grant that. We got 10 years of bad drafts. I would not grant that. Again, I think head coach and GM are hard jobs singularly, individually. I don't think anybody on the planet can do both well. I just don't think it's possible. So, and I've seen it happen. I saw it unravel. Mike Holmgren years ago, a little bit in Seattle. Pete Carroll years ago had a little bit too much power. Then they gave it back to John Snyder, and their drafts got much, much better over the last 3 years. A little bit of a power vacuum. So I would suspect testing. Pete Carroll wants a gig again. Don't know if he'll get it. Belichick wants a gig again.